I guess this is a message for myself and everyone who's watching this. If you have the chance to change, would you take it? Because if you didn't do anything about it, you would stay the same. Do you want to stay like that? Let me tell you, cleaning isn't fun. Reorganizing, it's a bother. But I've heard the saying, anything worth having isn't easy. Okay, let's talk. Let me just grab this pillow. I feel comfortable talking when I have something in my hand. Maybe it's just me. Sometimes in life, everything can feel like a mess. Things not going your way, growing moments that are beyond your control, and setbacks that simply overwhelm you. We can pretend that things didn't happen and we can block out our past. But the best way to fix a mess is not by avoiding it, but going at it piece by piece.
God is using small rocks to build a dam. I love you, Lexi.
It's hard to believe that God is doing something when it feels like nothing's happening. For a while now, I've been in this period of waiting. And when you do a lot of waiting, you do a lot of thinking. I personally hate waiting for things to change, especially when things aren't going my way. In today's culture, I feel like we've been taught this attitude of keep the best and throw out the rest. This way of thinking implies that only good things can shape our character and who we are. But is that really a good thing? What happens if you're stuck in a place of hurt and ache? What happens if your successes and achievements aren't made? What happens when you can't do anything? But wait, if those things happen, can things still change? Whoa. So, I guess the question is, can things change? I mean, every path to change starts with hope. So, let's start with that. Now, where am I gonna put this candle? Let's see. How about right here? Perfect. This is a fruit stand. Unfortunately, it's broken. Alright, we gotta disassemble this guy. It takes a lot to change. It takes passing through pessimism, bouncing back from despair, rationalizing actions rather than emotions. The challenges and struggles that we face on a daily basis, we either stay the same or we just get stronger. Sometimes you have to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Although that's pretty cliche, I think it's true. So we've got 2 things to return today. We've got this box and this box. Let's get to it. Taking a chance at something embodies excitement, which forms progress, but when reality kicks in, frustration and self-doubt pervade. I think this is where people start questioning if the effort is worth the change.
That guy was speeding at me, bro.
Life at times can feel overwhelming. Climbing this mountain of change can definitely feel impossible. We had a successful trip. Now I'm starving. Let's eat some lunch. Honestly, it's okay to feel this way. After all, change is moments of growth that don't just happen. I can't believe that it's September. Summer has officially come to an end. As I turn another year old this month, I'm starting to notice what God is doing in my heart. I think I'm starting to appreciate life more fully and the gifts that it brings. And I've come back to this phrase over and over. And it's this: God is using small rocks to build a dam. So what does that mean to me? First, I want to say everyone has what it takes to change. It just feels like a lot of pressure. Over the past couple of weeks, I've put a lot of pressure on myself to get things right. I've always felt this pressure to rise to the occasion and come out on top when everything matters the most. And I'm not gonna lie, living like that is not realistic. There doesn't have to be a pressure when it comes to stacking one small rock on top of the other. In other words, it's easier to make a consistent smaller step in life. There's a pressure to making a bigger step over and over. I think a valuable lesson that we all get to learn is that we have the ability to give something our all and still fail. But that failure doesn't disqualify us. If you want to change, you can't just shine for a moment when things matter the most. You have to shine in the dark when it feels like everything doesn't matter too. Whatever it is you're working towards, I think it's important to remember, when we fall short, we learn what it is to be loved in our failure and to even be lifted back up from that place. Failure doesn't have to be final, and it doesn't have to be a mark of who you are. Because when things are torn down and progress is delayed, we get to decide when we're done, not our circumstances. If you want to change, of course you're going to suffer. It's who you choose to be in the midst of that suffering that will create the change. Huh? You made it to the end of the video? No way! Guys, that means so much to me. I've been working so hard on this video, so thanks for watching until the end. In the meantime, follow my journey on Instagram at Jayden Ramirez, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Peace.